They are ruining their one and only place to thrive and sustain, that is Mother Earth. It is more like stabbing oneself with a knife. We are all aware of how we have turned the marvelous, serene creation of God, that is the nature, into destructive one because of their own temptations. We have turned our very own mesmerizing, oxygen producing forest into a barren lands and concrete jungles. We have cleared all our forests, and instead of building another forest or afforestation, we have done deforestation as well as building concrete jungles. Crystal clear water into filthy and unclean water, not even thinking once that it is us at the end of the day who are going to be perished. Now, we are all conscious about the consequences, but temptations has always blindfolded us for decades. The demand for more and more space has already blindfolded us, and we are just doing a foolish work in order just to get something desirable, which is not going to last. Now, the technological advancement has no doubt taken us to moon, to Mars, but when it comes to our planet, we are always blindfolded and take it for granted. Now, we can say that in order to save our mother nature, we need to practice sustainable development. Laws are being made, but the question is implementations. Now, the environmental activists and other who are concerned about the environment screams at the top of their voice just to tell that abandon the use of plastic. But at the end of the day, a survey tells that near about 1 billion of plastic is being consumed and is being manufactured by the industries in every minute. But every problem comes with a solution. Here comes our solution, that we need to take a step ahead. And yes, we have to take the courageous step and judicious step in order to save Mother Nature. As Mother Teresa said, that we not all everyone can do great things, but we can do small things in a great way. Now, I would like to question some of the questions. I would like to answer them. Now, the first question is, what role should young students play in overcoming such problems and how they will do so feasibly? Now, the young agile generation adds value to the resources below the Earth's crust. They're considered as the greatest resources, and most of them are literate enough to come forward with innovative ideas. Now, I would like to tell that instead of giving lamest excuses, if we are the ones who can invent technologies to converse and delve deeper into the cosmos, we are the ones who can become innovative as per, and we can help Mother Nature heal. Now, we can also tell that how the 3 R's are responsible for healing Mother Nature, that is, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Now, the second question tells that what changes have I taken to promote sustainability? First and foremost, reminding of the quote that charity begins at home, I have like to ensure the following 3 R's, reduce, reuse, and recycle, is being followed in my home, and no non-biodegradable things are being used. And another thing, on the streets, I like to ensure that no plastic wrappers and bottles are thrown arbitrarily here and there. And yes, I should always make sure of that. Any occasions, I'll ensure that thermocols and plastic plates are not being used. Now, the third and the most important question is equity versus equality. The major difference between the two is equality believes treating everyone equally, regardless of any circumstances, whereas equity forces on the treating everyone with their circumstance to bring everyone at par. Now, this principle is very much important since we are living in different countries and the situation is different. Some of the countries are forcing acute shortage of renewable resources, whereas some countries are not getting the proper knowledge about how to use non-renewable resources. So we should do one thing, that we can come up with new innovative ideas in order to face all these challenges. Now, the barriers preventing from using sustainable development. I would like to enlighten some of the points that are first and foremost is knowledge about the whole thing. Some of the people or the population doesn't know how to use that. The second is accessibility. The main question is that renewable or sustainable development, the things oriented with that readily available or not. Now, the third and the foremost thing is the production rate and the cost of it. Now, the fifth question is that, what would I say if to some of viewers? Yes,
I apologize for this interrupting you. Thank you for all your key points. And this is a group discussion, so we'll try to get everyone a chance to talk, if that's okay. Thank you so much. Yes, those are all fantastic points. Thank you. Ruksha is from India, everybody. Okay, let's go around and introduce yourself and which country you are tuning in from. Okay, let's start with Jason. Hi, Jason.
Hi, my name is Jason. I'm from Taiwan. But I don't know what to introduce myself.
Oh, that's fine. Your name and your country, that's enough. Thank you. Okay, let's have Dongli. Hello.
Hi, I'm Dongri and I'm from South Korea.
Yes, welcome. Hello. Rachel, good to see you. Hello, welcome.
Hi, my name is Rachel and I'm from Malaysia.
Malaysia, very nice. Apologies if I miss your name. Saren?
No, I'm Jenna and I'm from Turkey.
Turkey, beautiful. Thank you. All right. Hi, welcome to the Youth Forum, day one. How are y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Astounding.
Yeah.
Fine.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Ruksha, how are you?
Ma'am, I'm feeling astounding, ecstatic, and encouraged to see that everyone is putting forward some of the points in order to save our environment.
Exactly. And knowing that you are all from different parts of the world, that's a huge advantage.
Another point I would like to enlighten is that even though we are from another parts and we have diversities and ethnicity, but the earth is all that we have got in common, so we should take care of it.
Exactly, and I totally agree. There is no planet B, C, D, all the way to Z. There is no planet, yeah, we only have one. All right then, okay, so our key speakers, Professor Fairbrother and Amy and Ella Meek. They're around your age, Amy and Ella, yes. So that gives you some kind of, inspiration, right? To go out into your own communities and start a charity, an initiative. Okay. No action is too small or too bold, yes. Okay, so we covered our first question by Ruksha. Thank you, she started us off. Jason, hi.
Hi.
Did you enjoy Professor Fairbrother's speech? What was it that
which part of the speech?
What's that?
Which part are you speaking? The plastic pollutions or
the understanding the obligations for sustainability?
I didn't join that.
Oh, okay. You can go ahead with plastic. Be plastic clever.
Oh yeah.
What resonated with you?
Yeah, we are all kind of plastic in our daily like this. Yeah, all my stuff around me is plastic. So my point is, once to decrease the using of plastic is very difficult, but there's a long way. Yeah. Thank you.
That is true. Yes, it's not an overnight act. Because if there's no alternative to single plastic use, then people are still going to continue using plastic, right? There you go. Okay. Tony, hi.
Hi.
Okay, anything from the one of the speeches or both of them that resonated with you? Care to share?
Well, I found it interesting how Amy mentioned that plastic is never really gone from Earth. So I think it's really important to note that we need to also, find a replacement for plastic, like such as bioplastics, so that we can actually stop using plastic to harm the environment.
Yes, that is correct. Yes. Microplastics, yes, they're never really gone. Okay, plastics, once it's in the earth, once it's out, it takes years and years for it to decompose, or it never really does. And then it affects our marine biology, our creatures that, coexist with us. And then you guys eat fish, I'm sure, and other sea creatures. So it's a circle of life. It comes back. Okay. Rachel, how about you? Thank you, Tony.
I really enjoy the whole segment to understand how these plastics can actually pollute the earth, and it is very important for us to start and take charge, like take action to actually stop this.
That is true, right? Time is now. Time is of the essence. Okay? There's no tomorrow, so we must plan and start doing it now. Okay, Seren?
I think it's Ceren, and also I want to talk about plastic waste in Turkey because I search it and also I see it in my daily life. Plastic usage is very high in Turkey, and I think rising is not enough when you look at the usage rate. And also there is a lot of plastic waste in Mediterranean Sea in Turkey, and a lot of fishing, like Ingasingit, fish that. Plastic waste imports in Turkey have increased in like last 15 years. Even its import from Europe was banned for a while. Like we don't take plastic in Europe, but that ban was removed in, as far as I know, in 2018 or 19, and there was a big increase again, and it's very a danger for fish and also us. And when I listen Amy's talking, and I understand more, it's danger.
Right. Rupsha, how about you? Are you still with us? Yes. Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What do you think of our speeches, our speakers?
Ma'am, the speakers are really empowering, and they are the epitome that we should work together no matter what. And yes, another thing is that we should not wait for any others to take action. We should obviously come forward with our own ideas, because better late than never, but of course, never late is better.
Amen. Amen. Very good. That is right. Sharon was talking about some of her country's maybe policies, banning plastic. I think some sectors, private sectors and public sectors, they're trying to reduce their use of plastic, like plastic bags, as Amy was pointing out. These are the four main polluters that we see a lot. Coffee shop, coffee cups and lids. We still use them, okay? But what role? How about you? You're in this generation, as Mr. Pan Ki-moon has said, you are now at the center of the world's problems and world solutions, right? We have all this technology. So what roles should you play in overcoming such problems like these single plastic use, plastic pollution, okay, in your community? What do you think? Dongli?
So I do feel like the most important thing we have to do is to act as wise consumers, because there are companies that are bad to the environment. There are not companies that are not environmentally friendly. And we need to stop consuming products that these companies make so that they will stop doing what they're doing, and so that we can reach a better environment.
Good point. Okay, Rachel, how about you? Jaren, go ahead. How should we overcome these problems? Yes, from your perspective.
We can use like water bottles instead of like plastic bottles while go to school, or yeah, I don't use now, but I generally use while go to school or my family go to their work. And also we can use like not how can I say, I forgot the word, but while go to the supermarket we can use like, yes, I forgot that word.
Eco bags? Are you referring to bags? Eco bags?
Yes. And also in Turkey, we use that because like the other, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Nylon bags are like banned again, and if we want to take nylon bags, we are like buy them. We don't take them, we just buy them. But people don't want to give money for them because they're just not unimportant for all. And also we use eco bags so that, and that's all I get.
Okay, so those small changes make a huge difference. Not just for us, but for the animals, right? They also are part of this planet. Imagine that, right? So exactly, yes. As Dongli pointed out, there's a strength of us in numbers. So if we decide as a group to not buy a certain company's products, guess what will happen, right? The supply will go down. So strength in numbers. All right. So eco bags, yes, very, very important, very useful. Okay, you can reuse them, again, wash them if, right? Equity versus equality. Equity versus equality. Not a foreign concept. Okay. Rupsha provided some great points. Yes, equality, everyone is equal. Okay, doesn't matter where you're from. Okay, equity, circumstances, out. Okay, this is our planet, we're all the same. So equity versus equality. Jason, what do you think of those two? What are the similarities, or why are they different? How are they different?
Pardon, do you say the taxi made of the company? Oh, I didn't get the questions.
Equity versus equality in general. Hey, what do each mean and why are they important?
I don't know what's that. I need the translation in Chinese.
Oh,
Sorry.
Chinese.
I don't know the translation.
Oh, equality is treating everybody equally. Right? Equity, right? The circumstances, those are really not so much of us that are different, but finding that balance. There's so much issues, not just climate change, but there's social justice, yes, economic justice, climate justice. These are all interconnected. So how do we, find that balance so that everybody has a piece of the pie? Sharon, what do you think? Oh, Jason, go ahead.
Oh no, that's very tough question for me to answer. I don't know the exact answer.
So
I think I'm going to pass.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, Rachel, how about you?
I think that like when we go out, when we see our parents start using stuff like plastic, we can actually tell our parents to not use plastics instead. And when we see younger children, maybe in school, you can tell them to not use them as well. And you can also reuse those plastic, for example, like water bottles, they do sell in plastics. So instead of just throwing them out, or like some irresponsible people who will throw them at the sea and fishes will eat them and turtles and stuff, aquatic animals will die. So maybe we can reuse them, like using the bottle to make a flower pot or something like that.
I've seen a lot of those upcycle. I think that's the term. Not throwing them away, but transforming them into something else. Okay, so you were not eliminating them, but reusing them. One of the R's, Rupsha pointed out. Okay, Teren, how about you?
Actually, I guess I had an internet connection problem, so I missed what did you tell? Last 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, why does climate change still exist? You can jump in. Okay. Why?
I think because it's my turn, right? I think because all the people in the world are not educated yet. They're not like aware of the seriousness of this issue, and also we like why I'm aware of this issue, but I still do the wrong things, and I think it will never stop because maybe it's going to end, but people do the wrong things again and again exist. So maybe we like educate people more, and we use the like how can I say it? Like I understand. I can't speak now because I'm so excited. I don't know. Like how can I say? I think we use the things that we have to do in our daily life more. We have to do them more, and we also like share these things, like tell the people more, and maybe we can like end this.
Spreading awareness, right? Okay. Some people are still, they may know it, but they're still not practicing what they're preaching or what they were reading. So that's also an issue, right? In schools, you're all in school. So encouraging your classmates, your peers, younger and older, right? To change their mindset, right? I think it all starts with that. Okay. What about you, Rachel? Why does it still continue to exist, this climate crisis? Is there a climate crisis? Rachel, can you hear me? Okay, I'll come back to you. Yeah, Rachel, yes. Yeah. Did you hear my question?
I'm saying I can answer it.
Okay, there's Jason. Hi, go ahead.
Yeah, I know one person who is called Greta Thunberg, right? Yeah, he's really care about the climate changes. So we can like reading her stories or something like that and tell the people around us that we need to learn from the Greta Thunberg that reducing, recycling, and stop using it.
Very good. Thank you. Yes, she's one of a climate activist advocating for our Earth. Very good. Good inspiration. Tony, would you like to add?
So I feel like giving people proper and good education and making people more aware is also important, because I feel like people are aware that plastic is bad and that there's a climate crisis, but they don't know exactly what that causes and how that's really bad for the earth. So for example, like climate change can like cause pandemics, like the COVID-19 pandemic, although it's not directly related to climate crisis. But like climate change can cause many negative effects, but people aren't aware that it can. So I feel like schools and people like us, or just everyone that wants to help the environment, can start helping people realize what the climate crisis is actually doing to our environment.
Very good point. Very good point. Okay. Rupsha, would you like to chime in?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like that. I like to say that rules and regulations, laws are made, but it is only remained related and remained closed in the books, and we are been taught from the kindergarten level to use the 3 R's, that reduce, reuse, recycle. But at the end of the day, it is us who are going to use the plastic and litter it arbitrarily here and there. That's because of our malpractices, and of course, I can say that it is because not only the lack of general knowledge, but also the temptations. So, ma'am, I would like to say that we have to force ourselves to follow the rules and regulations, because if they are not implemented, we cannot save Earth. And another first and foremost thing I would like to mention, that it is my inspiration that in India, a place is there known as Ambikapur, where they provide square meals a day to the poorest of the poor, and also education to those people just in the exchange of plastic waste. And they later recycle those plastic waste. So it's a very good idea, and we should all take initiatives. Some small initiatives can help really recover the earth very soon.
Okay. A great example is Amy and Ella's kids against plastic, right? Okay. Back in 2016, that's what they started out with, right? It's now growing to include a lot of people, different sectors. Okay. You just want to go in there, have the courage and the confidence to enter those spaces. Yes. Yes, be confident, right? And share your knowledge. Go ahead, Rupsha. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to say that just waiting for others to do the work or take the lead would not happen. We have to take the lead. We have to we have to be courageous enough to take the lead, because if we are like the rest, we cannot make a change. Change only comes when we have the courage to do so.
Exactly. Very good. Okay. Rachel, can you hear me now? Would you like to share your thoughts? Okay. So I know all of you are climate warriors. Okay. And I'm sure maybe some of our friends, maybe relatives, don't really believe in it. What would be your message to them? How would you convince them to join this climate fight with us? Okay. What would be your message to them to get them on our side? Tony or Rachel, go ahead. Rachel, check your volume, your speaker. Tony, I'll start with you.
So the question is, how can we persuade our relatives about this issue, right?
People are still climate deniers. I think that's the term you're referring to.
I feel like the best way we can actually convince the people around us is to make them realize the issue themselves. So we can provide them with different sources from probably the news or like books, or we can like show them pictures of animals getting hurt because of plastic and all that. And we can actually like tell them and help them get aware of what's happening around the world so that they can actually act up. And I think someone also mentioned that people don't know what to do about the situation. They don't know how to act and like how to change the situation. So we could give them possible ways to help the environment, such as using not using plastic bottles, using eco bags and everything like that.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for that. Chetan, how about you?
Like, especially like if we don't see the effects right now too much, the climate change, or only in my country, I don't know, we will experience very serious problems in the future. Maybe like it's very close. I don't know. If they're thinking about their future, like their grandchildren or themselves, I think they should move on now. Like they have to do something, not just sit and wait for their like the others. We have to move together, and like one of them do and the other just don't. It's not going to be the like solution.
Very good. Okay. Jason, how about you? Did you hear me?
Oh, my opinion is we can tell the people that if we keep going that the climate changes, we may disappear some of the beautiful countries such as Maldives, and when the sea levels come up, the beautiful country will disappear and then we can never go there. Yeah, we can tell them the story that maybe they will be scared. I want to go there.
Yes,
But
exactly.
if you keep going to that, you won't. Yeah.
Right. Especially now, maybe you've read a lot of the smaller island nations. They have no other place to live once their islands are underwater.
They will
Yes,
just gone.
exactly. Okay. And I don't think they want to move. That's their home. So imagine if you were in that situation, right? It's devastating. Good. Okay, Rachel, how about you? What are your thoughts?
Oh, so the Wi-Fi was lagging and I didn't hear the question at first.
Is it working now? Okay.
Yes, it's working.
What are your thoughts? Okay.
About climate change.
People who are still in denial that there is no climate change. We're just going through the motion. It's normal for us. Yeah, flash floods, wildfires. These are all normal. What would you say to them that this is real?
To say happening. That plastic itself causes a lot of pollution and harm. And like one of our friends here said that maybe they don't know how does the plastic cause the pollution or like how does it harm. And I completely agree because they know that plastic is bad, but we still keep on doing it because it seems like a very, very small mistake. But we don't realize that this mistake adding up together, that it will cause a very huge impact like the climate change. And I think that we should start from young, so that since young in kindergarten, we can start teaching kids about how these plastics are wrong and they can cause a lot of harm to the animals like at the South Pole and North Pole or the ice. And maybe we can use animations like short movies and animations to teach them how this will affect. And if we do that since young, it will be a greater impact than to adults. And yes, I believe that will be able to help.
Well put, well put. Very good. And I just want to add that if you have any questions for your peers, are you curious about something from another country? Okay, let us know. Be happy to hear from it. Okay, all right, don't be shy. I won't bite. A. So different countries, yes. Some of you have pointed out your concern for plastic is high. Is that the same across the board in your countries? Or is just within where you are? How much of a concern is plastic solution where you are? Ruksha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I would like to say that in India, it's across the country. Ma'am, Indians have a mindset that they will forget the clothes bags, not most of them, but yes, quite a few number of them, they'll forget the cloth bags while going to shopping and ultimately end up using the plastics. So, ma'am, it's a grave issue right there. But some of the shopkeepers and some of the shopping malls have decided to abandon the use of plastic, which is a great initiative. And yes, the logo says that there is no planet B. So I'm too much happy and ecstatic about that. And another thing that I would like to point out, that people throw arbitrarily the plastics here and there, the bottles too. But ma'am, there's a place in Ambikapur in India where people are collecting the plastics and plastic bottles, and yes, they are reusing it. They are giving to another institution which just takes plastic as fees just for providing the poor the square meal a day and their children education. So ma'am, I would like to say that it's a great initiative, but then too some of the parts are lagging behind, and we need to delve more deeper and be more conscious, and of course not keep the all rules and regulations initiative inside the books and come up with that, because I believe that humans are the most self-centered species. So we need to approach them that how it is not benefiting you and it is harming you only. So they will be conscious stricken, and then they will work for the same. Thank you.
Right. Not an ego system, just you, right? But an ecosystem, ECO. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Tony, how about you? Here in South Korea, what do you think?
In my country, I feel like people are very good at recycling. I do see that like every household probably recycles very well. But I feel like the problem here is that now that we're in the COVID-19 pandemic, many cafes in Korea are actually not allowing the use of non-plastic bottles. So before we were allowed to go to perhaps like Starbucks and get a drink by offering our mugs that we brought from home. But now that the pandemic is occurring, and now that we're in the middle of a pandemic, they're actually providing plastic cups, and they're making it mandatory for us to use instead of bring our own cups, because they think it's dangerous, because it may for some reason. So I feel like we also need to like consider that although it's dangerous because we're in the middle of a pandemic, we also need to be aware that using single-use plastics are also bad for the environment, and that we need to think of other ways to tackle the situation.
Maybe bring your own mug to the coffee shops, maybe. That's an option. Good points. Yes, I've seen that. Right. All right. Cheryl, how about in your neck of the woods?
Actually, wait a minute. As I said, it's not an issue that is taken very seriously in Turkey, because that was banned, but not now. And usage is very like increased in the last like 15 years, as I said. And also, we are in great danger right now, I guess. The sea creatures we eat, the sea we swim in, the sea that mix with the air, it's very dirty and dangerous. Also, there's a masculine or sea, like Marmara Sea. Maybe you heard this, I don't know. there's a seasonal. Scientist says that there's a white, green, gray things in the seas below, and also this kills creatures in.
You still with us? Okay. Okay, I'll get back to you. Oh, are you with us, Jaren?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay, go ahead, continue.
Yeah. I think, where did you stop? I don't know. What did you heard last?
The something in the ocean that's making the marine life, yes, they're suffering. Is it some kind of algae?
Like, actually, I can start from
Right.
the start because I can't really understand. Like, I can say like it's not an issue that is taken very seriously in Turkey. Like plastic usage is very increased, as I said, in the last 15 years, and also that was banned, but then it's again like using in the Turkey. Also, there is a mass question in Marmara Sea, like seasonal scientists say, and it's because of the plastic waste and factories waste. And like the sea we swim in, the sea that mixed with the air, and very dirty and dangerous for us and creatures. It's going to kill us by one bite, and that's all.
Right. Jason, did I get your thoughts? Go ahead.
I thought
Yeah.
I can't really think about, but I can like saying go to the convenience store to buy the coffee, or you can use your own bottle. And one way is keep the world safe from using the plastic, and another is keep your hygiene, because really now the pandemic is very dangerous. If you're using the plastic, you don't know who has touched it or even drink it. So maybe your own bottle is the safest solutions.
For you and someone else, right?
Yeah.
Exactly right. And this pandemic has revealed a lot of issues about our world, right?
Yeah, the hygiene, pollution,
yes.
and masking.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of people don't like to wear a mask. I don't know why. They want there to in danger, but I don't want to. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I agree. That is right. Good. Yeah, this pandemic has shown that revealed people's real thoughts about things, right? Okay. What the thoughts that were hidden, it's out in the open. Like, this is how I really feel about this. Okay. So pandemic, yes, that's right. Dongley pointed out how this pandemic, it doesn't really tie directly to maybe economic climate change, but it does have an impact, right? Because it's a pandemic, it's a global issue, and it demands global solutions. Our climate crisis. Yes. Very good, everybody. Okay. All right. Professor Fairbrother, I don't know, were you able to listen in to his speech? Most of you? Yes. Universal obligations. Okay. Our obligations for a sustainable environment. Okay. And he pointed, had 4 examples. Okay. The impacts that it had when he was young, or our age and things like that, your age. Okay. Lead, acid rain, right? Green energy, new technologies, right? And they've all been not removed or eliminated, but reduced. Correct? It's still here, but it's not a very huge issue compared to when it started. So that's where our rules and regulations come in. And the governments, our governments, has to really, not just speak on it, but they have to be about it. Take action, implementation. Go after these sectors who are wreaking havoc, making more pollution, right? So these rules and regulations should be followed so that we can live smarter. In your government, how aware are you with your rules about environmental laws and things like that, right? How confident are you in your leaders in tackling this issue today, right now? What can they do more? What should they do? They always say, oh, the future generation, you are the future, blah, blah, blah. We still need some support, yes? Yeah, so what do you say on that? Are you at all confident that we are tackling this issue head on? What should we do more? Rapsha?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to say that many a times we are all in a democratic country, and many a times the leaders only focuses on specifically on the vote banks and power play, which is really a bad thing. But I would say that they should acknowledge more the hard work, because some of that, like if you don't praise a young child that you're doing it good and don't encourage them, then I don't think so that they will be encouraged more to take further actions, and they will be driven by that force. So I would like to say that I have confidence on my government, but it requires more and more work. And that's what I say.
Dongli?
Yeah, I do feel like the government and just adults, people in general need to do more to help the environment, to reduce plastic use, because it also seems kind of irresponsible to tell the younger generation that we need to do more when they're not actually helping either. So I feel like everyone on Earth, just as a whole, needs to try harder, try different methods to help the climate crisis.
Thank you. Rachel?
So I am not 100% confident that we are tackling this situation, but we do see some improvements from the past years and stuff. Like in my country, whenever they see like rubbish thrown on the road, we will have fines like for that area, like the restaurant owner or whoever that's in charge of that land, they will be fined. And I think it is a very great way to reduce the plastic as well. So like when we see plastic thrown or whatever plastic in the drain, so we can, police or whoever who is in charge of that area can speak up and report on situations like this and clean up the mess that we made in the first place.
Very good. That's a good point. Yes, right. Maybe you can start a club, pick up trashes around your school. Maybe you've done it, right? I think I may have done something like that when I was your age. Yeah, taking care of each other, right? Looking out for each other. That's also just as important. We want to take care of the environment. So it has a lot of impact in all those small changes. Jason, how about you? Are you confident at all?
I'm really not confident because, as I mentioned, there are many plastic in our life. For example, when I go to buy the breakfast, they will give me a plastic bag to keep me carry, and if I and when we go to the night market, every vendor will give me the plastic. And if you buy one drink, give you one plastic bag. And if you buy anything, you buy anything in the night market, they will give you plastic. So, in my opinion, it's really hard in Taiwan because plastic is in our life. Not I don't want, and it just can't go. Really hard to like deny using it. Really hard.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yes.
Really hard.
I agree. Because certain countries, okay, a lot of them rely on plastics for their livelihood, right? As his example, Jason's example, the vendors. Okay?
Yeah.
Unless there's an alternative, they will continue using plastic. How are they going to transport food or give you food? Just right? Okay. Maybe us consumers, right, who are the buyers, maybe when we plan on going to check out these shops on the streets along the road, vendors, maybe we can bring our own utensils, bring our own containers. That's an option. So it can help the vendors reduce their consumption and use of plastic. Right? Yeah, just like we go to coffee shops, hopefully, right, they will accept our tumblers, right, totally. Right, and straws, we have straws now, metal straws, bamboo straws. Alternatives. It's just changing the what we used to do into something that is more eco-friendly for the environment, for our health, and for all the animals in this world. Okay. Cherin, how about you? Hey?
Actually, I'm not that much confident because like the Turkish young people are so like active in social media. They like making hashtags on them and sharing them, typing lots of things so that everyone can see them, and after that they want to make something for that. Like they're walking in the streets, not just like globally, she's also the lots of things in Turkey. Like they want to see the leaders, but like our leaders, I think, don't want to see it, but we continue to do it anyway. We all know that they have to listen to us in the end, and they have to take action in the end, because it's our like future, it's our world, not just young people, also there, and so they have to do something at the end.
You have to, yes. Yeah, our leaders, it's in the word, lead, right? Basic, that's simple as that, lead. Okay. If you're not leading, move out the way, let someone else do it. Okay, very good. And Sejong just mentioned social media. Oh, an explosion of it in this day and age, right? TikTok, mukbangs, you name it. You've seen it. I'm sure you've done some of them. Okay. Influence of this. Okay. There is a positive, this effort using social media to reach out to a bigger crowd, right? Hashtags, right? And it's not just behind the screen. You also have to act on it. Okay? Oh, I'm supporting this. Twitter, I'm tweeting. Hashtag climate change. Teens for climate. Fridays for future. Are we really doing that? No. Are we really preaching where we hashtag, right? Okay. Influencers, YouTubers, Okay, there's so many different kinds of, how do you say, forums, conferences. As we speak, there's a UN in the UK. There's an international forum going on soon. Okay, they bring in leaders. They talk. They've been doing it for years. Any change? There's some improvements, as Rachel pointed out. Yes, we've come a long way, but we still have another long way to go. Yes, right? Okay, very good. So our future, are you hopeful? Okay, looking at inspiration from Amy and Ella, Greta,
Yes.
right? Yes. Are you hopeful that we will see a better future? More green, trees, animal population go back up. Are you hopeful? Okay, our last question. Thank you for bearing with me. Go, jump in if you want. Go ahead, Rupsha.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you hopeful for there's a
Yes, of
bright
course I'm hopeful because we have got a lot of population based on teens and youths, and they are the future of the country. No matter what, we say that they are the most agile form of population. And I believe that the resources under the earth's crust would just be a mere minerals and another thing if we will not add value to it. So we really mattered. It is us who are going to take the initiative and put forward the efforts, because we will not wait for another second for another person to come forward. We have to take the lead. So I'm really hopeful about, because I'm surely going to start in my community.
Well put. That's the spirit. Okay, Dongli?
Yeah, I do believe that if we start taking more action to actually save the environment, if more people come together as a whole, then we can definitely hope for a better future. And that would definitely actually, we as humans actually have the power to change the future if we actually try. So as long as we do that, I'd say I'm hopeful.
Very good. Jeren?
I think actually I don't know. I can't present like, because besides people who want to take action, there are also people who don't want to, and so that I can't guess at this point. First, we have to bring everyone together, to work together, to do something together. Like everybody says, like just only me can like be a solution for the world, but everyone thinks that we cannot do anything. Everyone think that I do. If I do, she can see me, and she start to do, and also then he, and we like spread it to our clothes.
I'll move on to Rachel. Go ahead, Rachel.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think that if we are determined enough, I am sure that we can completely eradicate this plastic stuff. If everybody take action, like everybody from kids as young as to preschool, to adults, to the government, to anybody who is responsible as a human, I am sure that we can officially end this disaster that we create.
Okay. Jason, best for last. Go for it.
In my opinion, laziness is our human being nature. But if we keep hard to like doing it, it's just a process. Maybe you will get used to it and you will, oh, recycle is good. Reducing, yeah, maybe. That's just a process. So actions speak louder than words. Really, really.
Amen. Very good. Great ending. And with that, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. We've heard a lot of amazing thoughts, okay, and points of view, your perspective. This is what we really need in this time, this period. That is very crucial and critical. And I hope you go out and spread the word. Okay, start your own clubs, start a charity. Okay, small, big, huge impact. Yes. All right. Thank you. Please stick around for the next 2 days. Okay. I hope you still tune in. Okay. It's a 3-day event. Okay. All right. Take care. Good luck with your studies and everything. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hello.